A warm welcome to everyone who has joined our today's webinar. I'm your host Naveen Rathi, and today's focus on the webinar is BTP Overview Services, the Business Value. Now, SAP Business Technology Platform has allowed organizations to unlock full potential of data analytics, application development, integration, enterprise planning, and artificial intelligence technologies by providing a common framework for enterprise transformation. The two experienced gentlemen with me, Mr. Sridhar and Prasad, are here to talk on the subject. I would request him to quickly have a round of introduction and we can start the session post that.
Thanks, Naveen. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you will have a wonderful day ahead and also have a good information session from this session today. My name is Sridhar. I am based out of New Jersey in US. I have been associated with YASH for almost 18 years. And in my current role, I lead the SAP Platform Technology and SAP Infra Services and help our customers to implement all these SAP products and solutions. Prasad, over to you.
Thank you, Sridhar. So, hi all, very good morning, good evening. So, my name is Prasad. I work for YASH in SAP technology space, where my primary role is to work on SAP pre-sales, solutioning, and innovative solutions from SAP technology space. So, I take care of the global pre-sales and as well as the solutioning. So, my core area is to work on BTP and all the services within BTP and AI services, and then subsequently building the tools and innovative solutions for the customers. And we are also working with SAP through Oil team as well. So that's it here.
Thank you, Sridhar. Thank you, Prasad. So to all the ladies and gentlemen out there who have attended our today's webinar, so just to give you a small gist, we are doing a 5-part webinar series, which is starting from today and ending at 7th February 23. Now, just to give you a gist about it, today we'll be talking, our gentlemen will be talking about BTP overview, architecture, and multi-cloud runtimes, and what exactly BTP brings in terms of value. The next session would be on 6th of December, which would ideally talk on SAP BTP migration from new to CF. Then we have subsequent session happening on 10th January 23, which is again on integration scenarios, migration on premises to cloud, consideration and limitations. Post that, we have a session on 24th January 23, which is again on integrations to security aspect and recommendations. And lastly, we'll be our experts will talk about clean core, how, why, and etc. on the platform on 7th February 23. Now, let's go ahead and deep dive into our today's session. I would now pass on the mic to my colleague, Mr. Sridhar. Over to you.
Thanks, Naveen. Once again, thanks. Just a recap of the agenda for today. And also to reiterate whatever Naveen mentioned, because this is a 5-series webinar that we have designed, we plan to cover as much of information as possible, I mean, in today's and also in the upcoming webinar sessions. So there is a continuity in each of these webinars also. So, I mean, some of the information that we are going to cover as part of today's session is going to act as the foundation for the rest of the series also, rest of the sessions in the series. So in that context, I mean, if you have some questions, if you have any information that you would like to know, please not only feel free to raise the questions and use the question answer session in the Zoom link, but also you can actually send an email out to marketing@yash.com and we should be able to respond to that. So as far as today's agenda is concerned, I mean, quickly we will go through, I mean, what YASH is about, I mean, what we do, what we are, I mean, how are we helping customers and so on. It's a very quick introduction about YASH. And immediately we would jump into the SAP BTP, what is the platform, how does the overall platform looks like, I mean, what all various services that are available in each of these various towers of services, that each of these various towers that come under the BTP platform, what all various towers exist and how each services are distributed, what all products also available as part of that entire platform. We'll quickly run through that, and also the runtimes based on which the SAP BTP platform is available. We will get into those details. And then immediately followed by what all various value additions that or rather what value add that the BTP as a platform can bring to businesses. We'll quickly have a look at that, and also the various solutions and services that we have offered to customers across the globe, not just within the US, but I mean in Australia, in Middle East, and so on, other countries as well. What all various solutions customers are actually trying to implement using BTP technologies, I mean, is also something that we'll quickly check. YASH has been in IT services for like 26 years. We have been a go-to systems integrator partner for many of our customers. And currently, I mean, we reached 8,000 employees worldwide, I mean, recently. And that's a very big a milestone that we have achieved of late. And not only we grew by leaps and bounds over the last 20 plus years, more often than not, I mean, of late, especially when the pandemic started, or even before that also, we were actually identified as one of the great places to work. I mean, in fact, if you see, we were identified as one of the great places to work 8 years in a row. So, I mean, that also shows how well we also kind of, I mean, include our employees into the overall growth of the organization. And many of our employees have been actually associated with us for a decade plus. So, I mean, we have been, in the taking care of employees business as well at the same time. Many of our customers are Fortune 500 customers. If you see, I mean, around 75 customers are within the Fortune 500 organizations are there in our customer portfolio. We are based out of US, Middle East, Australia, Europe, and various other countries. Our global headquarters is based out of East Moline, Illinois, where John Deere headquarters is also there. John Deere happens to be one of our customers as well, by the way. And then our US specific headquarters is also based out of Chicago. These are all the various locations that we are in. We typically tend to play ourselves, I mean, next to our customers. And these are all the various locations. I mean, as you see, many of the locations in the US, majority of our workforce is also based out of India, and some in Europe, and so on and so forth. These are all various countries that we are operating from. A quick overview of YASH SAP practice. We have been an SAP Gold partner for a long time. I mean, 25 years plus. And then we have delivered multiple projects, I mean, ranging from various implementations, upgrades, rollouts, and support projects, and so on. And then off late, I mean, when the hyperscalers kick in, quite a few of our customers have also started moving their landscapes to various hyperscalers. As part of that, I mean, quite a few cloud migration projects were also delivered. And then we have close to, out of the 8,000 employees, I mean, close to 4,000, half of them are around SAP. So, I mean, SAP is one of our very, very strong portfolio of products and services that we offer to the customers. If you also quickly notice on the overall overview, I mean, anything and everything within the SAP umbrella is something that we always have been offering to our customers, ranging from all the standard S4HANA, Ariba, IBP kind of products to SAP BTP of late. Ever since, I mean, BTP related services also have been actually offered more and more, and the BTP platform has been matured. I mean, we have already have been at the time of SCP, the SAP Cloud Platform days in itself. I mean, we started offering our services and delivering projects to our customers. And not only the services, I mean, we do have some S4HANA SAP qualified industry solutions as well. QPP, as SAP says, partner qualified products for multiple industry verticals ranging from manufacturing to wholesale to tech one services and so on and so forth. On the technology side, for a quick information on the technology side, ranging from Fiori-based applications development, portals development, in-app and side-by-side extensions, SAP BTP related technologies utilization, integration using SAP old technologies like PAPO2 in the new way, which we will also cover as part of today's session, the SAP integration suite. All of these are actually kind of have been offered and implemented and used by many of our customers, wherein we have been helping them. Okay, one quick information before I really get onto the details. Recently, SAP conducted a North America-based Hack to Build event sometime in June, July this year. That was a thought leadership plus partner showcase, partner strengths showcase using various BTP technologies. One of the specific BTP technologies that the SAP Hack to Build was conducted around is SAP BTP Integration Suite. This happened sometime in June, July this year. And we have actually showcased one of our marquee product and also marquee solution that we have been implementing for a couple of customers is to integrate backend SAP systems, SAP S4HANA and SAP ECC systems with Amazon Marketplace. And the SAP integration suite using that and some of the automations, some of the innovative ways in which SAP integration suite was used in developing that Amazon integration was recognized by SAP, and we were awarded the Hack to Build winner for that event. This happened sometime in July. I mean, Rudolf held, he was the SAP Coil, SAP Co-Innovation Lab head. He was actually kind of providing this code those days. He was congratulating and all. That announcement blog link is also provided. This is also going to be shared with you, this entire presentation. So you could actually have a look at that as well. So that the moment SAP recognized our strengths, I mean, especially in the BTP technologies, we thought, I mean, we should actually share our thought leadership. We should also share our knowledge around BTP technologies to the entire world. So this is one of the reasons, and also this is the first of the series of the BTP sessions, BTP series of webinars that we're conducting, and SAP Integration Suite is also going to be extensively covered at a later stage. Okay. With that said, I mean, I'm quickly getting into the BTP overview. What SAP BTP stands for is, I mean, SAP Business Technology Platform. And before we get into the exact details of what BTP is all about, I mean, a quick look at the market statistics. This was a survey conducted by IDC, and these are some important and key statistics that they have collected. If you see, there are quite a lot of annual benefits per 100 users. I mean, by the way, these are all various statistics collected in the context of BTP adoption by various customers and also the benefits that the organizations experienced. That includes cost savings, I mean, business gains and the staff efficiencies and so on. In that context, I mean, these are the statistics. Annual benefit of per 100 users, I mean, there is a 195K benefit that was actually observed among the customers that were actually, surveyed by IDC. There is a law, the 3-year ROI is very huge, 500%. And the payback period, all the investments that are being made towards BTP by various different customers is also being paid back within 6 months in itself. And a lot of data quality related issues have been eradicated. A lot of customers also reported that, I mean, based on the utilization of the various services around the data quality, MDG kind of services that are available as part of BTP, they could eradicate quite a lot of issues. And then if you look at the last one, for example, I mean, a lot of business processes and errors were also actually, reduced. and 21 hours of effort has been. This is intangible, but I mean, when I say intangible, I mean there may not be a direct dollar value that is associated with this, but I mean there is time saved is obviously as good as equivalent to dollar savings. So in that context, I mean quite a lot of time is also being saved. How all this happened, I mean, what all various components is actually helping arrive at these statistics and helped quite a few customers arrive at these benefits is something that we would quickly see right from the initial overview. So while this is the overall SAP way of representation of their existing applications, if you see this, I mean the intelligence suite and the various industry cloud applications that they're talking about, and while today we are going to focus on this tab, I mean the SAP Business Technology Platform tab, this is the overall representation of how SAP is going to function and how SAP is actually grouping all of their products and how the common platform is arrived at by SAP and so on. So this is the overall representation of that. And if you see the SAP Business Technology Platform, I'm getting into the deep dive of that now. So SAP Business Technology Platform primarily contains, it's a set of, it's a product, it's a platform as a service offering from SAP. It contains quite a lot of products, it contains quite a lot of services, it contains quite a lot of common technologies that could be used across all the SAP products, be it an SAP S/4HANA on-prem edition or a public cloud edition or a private cloud edition. All of those products can utilize all the various technologies, products, and services offered by the BTP platform as a service. So at this point in time, to continue and getting into the deep dive of each of these towers, the database and data management, analytics, application development, integration, and intelligent technologies towers, I will request Prasad, my colleague, to take over. Prasad.
Thank you, Sridhar. Yeah, so to be honest, the short span of this time is not enough to cover complete BTP. But however, we will try to provide the gist of BTP, and in subsequent webinars, we would like to cover a majority of the key areas. But when it comes to business technology platform, so exactly 10 years before SAP started, as SAP NetWeaver Cloud, and later they renamed it to SAP HANA Cloud Platform, and then later in 2021 they renamed as SAP Cloud Platform. So now it is SAP BTP. Sorry. So basically they started from 2012, then 13, and then 17, and then 2021. Now it is BTP. So where they have enhanced the complete portfolio of their platform as a service to cater the multiple solutions that work better together, considering data and data management, analytics, and AI services, extensions of SAP system, where SAP also evolved to S/4HANA with a HANA powered system. So these are all the various business technology platform components under each and every subcategory. So we will be having more services which are getting offered by SAP, which are capable and compliant with multi-cloud scenarios, multi-cloud platforms. So we can call it as hyperscalers. So initially SAP started with their own platform called Neo. So where these many services were not there, and only limited services are there, something like collaboration through SAP JOM, and even the data and analytics part, they are having only on-premise connectivity, and then subsequently bringing the data into BTP, and then subsequently preparing the reports. So later they introduced multi-cloud, where the open platform, so which can be executed with the multiple languages and multiple technologies. So now with that, so I can explain, like here we have data and data management, we have analytics, So data and data management analytics comes under one pillar, and application development comes under one pillar, integrations comes under one pillar, and then intelligence technologies or SAP AI. So subsequent slides you can get more visible. So can we move to the next slide? Yeah. So basically, when you see the business technology platform, now very recently SAP announced SAP Build. So in the latest decade, so where they wanted to enable every technical and non-technical team members to be well equipped with the business technology platform what they are offering. So business technology platform, as soon as we see, we have a discovery center. So discovery center is nothing but in the top, if you see, so the discovery center is nothing but it's a open cloud platform where we can have the information and guidance specific to realizing the what are all the services SAP is offering in the BTP, and also exploring the best practices which can be enabled to learn what content they're offering. So mostly we have, as we discussed in the last slide, we have application development, we have integrations, data analytics, and AI. These are the core categories of business technology platform. Under each and every category, SAP is offering multiple development areas, and also SAP always focus on the front-end technologies. Now it is getting enhanced with the low-code, no-code aspect like work zone. And SAP also came up with a solution called AppGyver, which is a low-code, no-code application or a platform through which you can build a simple application to complex application, not more than a week. So considering all the testing and all. So and integration. So integration is also is not a replacement of SAP's on-premise middleware like PIPO, but it is a new tool which is cloud-based, which covers a lot of scenarios within the integration framework. In the sense, you have event mesh, and you have AI and ML specific scenarios, and also we have OData provisioning. Earlier, we used to use NetWeaver Gateway to build the services, but here OData provisioning also comes under integration. We have API Business Hub or API management, and coming to the data and analytics, we have Analytics Cloud, which is SAC, and Data Warehouse Cloud, and Data Intelligence Cloud, Master Data Governance for one domain model maintenance, and HANA Cloud as a service. So, and then last is AI. So AI aspect, which is embedded with the SAP's PAL and APL, so specific libraries. So for example, the conversational AI, which is a chat-based robot or bots, which we can build to enable the chat conversations on top of SAP. And then AI Core. AI Core is the inbuilt embedded AI, and as well as the ML specific scenarios where we can build on top of S4HANA, and then AI Launchpad. So these are all the most of the services which are having inbuilt capabilities like OCR. If you say, if I would like to scan an invoice, so earlier there is no specific solution within SAP. Now SAP built their own AI portfolio with the document information extraction, which is having an inbuilt OCR capabilities. So that's where the e-invoice capturing, or so, and also the analysis on top of the once data captured. So all those things covers under AI. So these are all the key pillars of SAP BTP technologies, where anybody can understand what SAP is offering, what is the solution or the service significance, and how it is going to give the value for the business, can be covered under Discovery Center. It's a Discovery Center .hanademand.com site is there, where you can simply get the details specific to each and every service very clearly, where you can also see what are the services SAP is retiring, and what are the new services SAP is offering, and what are all the existing services are being enhanced with the beta features. Everything you can understand from the SAP Discovery Center. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so coming to the application development, so now majority of the ABAPers, the core ABAP specific skills, people are thinking that those are going to be obsolete. It's not correct, but those are going to be enhanced with the BTP specific skills. And also SAP is now highly focusing in terms of decreasing and minimizing the complexity of the developments by adding the clean core framework on top of BTP and a lot of tools with the low code, no code features where citizen developers and at the same time professional developers can work together in terms of bringing the the solutions with an easy of access. So now here, if you see, there are a lot of IDEs are there where we have Eclipse, Visual Source Code. So third-party IDEs also supported when it comes to developing the solutions on top of BTP. So where we can consider those standard IDEs requires programming skills. So where we call them as professional developers, and professional experience is required when it comes to standard IDEs. But for the low code no code enablement, SAP also introduced AppGyver, so which is no code, and also SAP introduced process automation, which is low code, where drag and drop can be enabled. Even in integration suite, the modeling can be done with simple drag and drop, where the integration can be executed with very easy of navigations. So the complete digital experience, what SAP is trying to cover is from professional coding to no code and as well as low code. The volume is going to be based on the complexity or based on the volume of the application development. SAP always prefers to use the low code, no code applications so that the time to spend on the application development will be decreased and the development outcome would be high. So professional code aspect it's always required when it comes to custom developments and when it comes to the more enhancements on top of BTP, where we will be using SAP Business Application Studio as a professional developer IDE. So that's where the application development on top of BTP is more and more getting matured with the introduction of the low code, no code aspect. So SAP now introduced SAP Build Process Automation, SAP Build AppGyver. So now they named it as SAP Build as a umbrella term. Under SAP Build, we will be having process automation, AppGyver, and other technology areas. Yeah. So let's go to the next. Yeah. So in detail, if you would like to understand what are all the services, what are all the layers which were involved in the application and development when it comes to business users. So to consume the development results or outcomes, we are having work zone. The work zone is the an enhanced version of cloud portal or BTP portal. Okay, so which is a combination of Launchpad and work zone. So now Fury Cloud is no more, and no more Fury client application. Now SAP introduced Mobile Start, through which you can access the offline applications or mobile applications or Fury on cloud applications through Mobile Start. And the Task Center is an advanced version of My Inbox, where on top of BTP, you can any PO approvals or any approvals can be done along with the Microsoft Teams approvals integrated with the Task Center. So the Task Center is the one more Launchpad. It's a approval scenario service through which you can have multi-system approvals can be done at the Task Center. And the process dashboards, which are part of the low code no code aspect, where we will be getting more visible and insights of the process. So the lobby, in the sense like SAP introduced Cloud Studio, so we can call it as a project studio. So where the Business Application Studio is also a cloud-based, and Process Automation Studio is also cloud-based. AppGyver is also cloud-based. So no more on-premise IDEs where everything is a project studio or a cloud studio, through which we will be developing with the low code or professional code way of dealing with business applications development. Either it is as for an enhancement or a side-by-side solution or in-app extensions through BTP. So, and application frameworks, what we use, like for UI technologies, obviously it is UI5 web components or Fiori elements, and cloud application programming model, which is again a cloud native aspect, where we will be using different SDKs for cloud application programming models. For example, I can use JavaScript SDK to enhance my S4HANA solution. And then application programming model frameworks aspect, we have REST. So the RESTful application programming is an enhanced version of the CDS frameworks are predefined annotations we will be using for building the application. And the rest of the mobile development kit and mobile SDKs are specific to mobile application development and enhancing the asset manager applications. So these are all the services, of course, for supplying the support for these application frameworks. SAP now highly focusing in terms of workflow and business rule services for enhancing low code, no code aspect, where drag and drop specific scenarios can be developed. So in all these application development, so the DevOps is the one where the automation of the continuous integration and development can be done, and the governance can be done uh, at a high level to see how the applications are being consumed and what is the load on the application. So it's a single a cockpit within BTP where we can have multi way of understanding how the applications are being utilized by the users and where the load is getting high for the BTP. So all these applications are running on different hyperscalers spanning across globe. Okay, so yeah, application integration overview. So here. This part is, people might be interested in terms of understanding how SAP evolved the integration cloud solution. So the integration covers majority of the different scenarios like API management, integration advisor, which is AI powered, and then trading partner management, which is B2P scenarios or B2G scenarios can be covered. And open connectors is nothing but SAP given a predefined connectors through which you can talk to n number of solutions like social media channels, or we can also talk to some of the LinkedIn or any specific government specific open connectors. So the open connectors is 500 plus open connectors are now supporting. So SAP is improving the open connectors, availability for the integration developers. And integration assessment also we can done through integration suite, and data transfer in terms of CPA/DS data services also part of the integration suite. So highly SAP event mesh is the one feature where through event mesh also the without using the integration suite service, the event mesh service also is one of the uh, service through which for S4HANA cloud scenarios, any updates can be captured on the, in a real time. So data intelligence cloud, which is equipped with complete AI powered, and this is also one of the cloud-based intelligence technologies which contains the machine learning and also the IoT scenarios. So integration is not limited with one system, target and source system communication. That is not correct. It is a complete package offered by SAP with predefined packages which we can use for our scenarios, and also talking to multiple SaaS solutions other than SAP. We have for SAP, from SAP we have SuccessFactors, S4HANA Cloud, SAP Concur, S4HANA Cloud, and for SAP Ariba, SAP BTP Fieldglass. But other than that, we have LinkedIn, ADP, Kronos, Google, Workday, ServiceNow, DocuSign. So these are all the third-party SaaS solutions where you can leverage open connectors to talk to these services as well. So that's where SAP came up with a very agile and a strong integration suite along with the EDA capabilities as well. So that's where it is offering one domain model for master data integration as well. So that's where the integration suite is a highly demand service within SAP BTP, where the data exchange or the transformation between SAP and non-SAP can be happened through integration. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a kind of what are all the how many pre-built integration services SAP is offering, and what are all the events through which we can utilize in the integration iFlow design. So, for example, if I take lead to cash, so what are all the services? What are all the solutions which we need to consider, and what are all the prepackaged solution either by SAP or by partners even, so which are available. So lead to cash and source to pay, and also hire to retire, plan to production, and document compliance and BTP specific like DocuSign and Adobe, and payment integrations with the payment third-party systems, and issue resolution aspect. Also, SAP is offering the open integration with the different platforms through which issues can be solved and resolved and monitored. Yeah. Yeah. So data and analytics. So this is where SAP is now focusing in terms of bringing the analytics and also data management and data warehouse specific scenarios, and also it offers to communicate with the data lakes, connecting with the snowflakes, with the inbuilt connectors, and also the machine learning equipped and also AI equipped scenarios are pre-built as part of the data and analytics. So SAP is giving a major focus in terms of data warehouse cloud and also data intelligence cloud when it comes to data cataloging and also data quality and transforming. So these are the enhanced version of SAP Leonardo, the data intelligence cloud. SAP Leonardo majorly focused in terms of IoT scenarios, but the data intelligence cloud is much more equipped where the orchestration can be happen along with the IoT scenarios and also AI powered, ML powered scenarios. So overall, SAC is the SAP's go-to-market solution in terms of bringing the reporting and also analytics or dashboards for COE, CEO. So all these scenarios can be covered using Analytics Cloud. But however, the backend aspect, SAP Data and Management is equipped with the Data Warehouse Cloud and Cloud Intelligence, Data Intelligence Cloud. So the database aspect, SAP is also offering SAP HANA as a cloud service, where the data storage and multimodal engines support is there for the HANA cloud, and also application development is also there in the HANA cloud. So these are all services are part of the BTP. Yeah.
So just to add a point there, Prasad, and also summarize, I mean, these three different towers that you have covered so far. So if you actually notice, I mean, right from the databases that are necessary to store the data. So that is SAP HANA Cloud, I mean, and many other services associated with that. From there to data warehousing lakes, I mean, the data lakes, all of those are available. The SAP Analytics Cloud, I mean, which is the dashboarding thing that Anive Prasad explained. While these are there on this slide, I mean, and to just bring the rest of the two sections that were already covered, the application integration and application development, all the scenarios that are necessary for us to store the data, integrate the data, compare the data, I mean, maybe govern the data, and anything and everything, extend the existing SAP S4HANA solutions, or not just S4HANA Private Cloud Edition, S4HANA Public Cloud Edition, Aribas of the world, Fieldglasses of the world, SuccessFactors of the world, any of the SAP product portfolio systems and products can also be extended without even touching the main SAP systems, and actually build the extensions side by side using many of these technologies and services offered within the BTP platform. So all of these are the common denominator across all the systems, all the SAP products. And all of those are combined and are being given and being grouped under BTP platform as a service. All of these can be used to develop any kind of a use case as well. Yeah, Prasad.
Yeah. So coming to the intelligence technologies. So the AI-powered solutions, which are part of the BTP. So there are many people like who wanted to get benefit from the AI for their application, making them more efficient. I mean, intelligent and sustainable. So one way is developing the custom applications that are createdly, directly created for based on the customer needs. Another way is AI embedded in SAP applications. So because our hyperscalers are having much more powerful AI tools compared to SAP BTP, but the interfacing to BTP via specific API calls and to do different SAP AI business services through SAP proprietary services like conversational AI and inbuilt ML services. So makes more difference compared to other services because those are all flavored by and proprietary tools of SAP, where the SAP core, AI core is the layer where customers can create their own AI applications, which is very flexible compared to other AI powered, because the AI embedded solutions which are inbuilt in terms of S/4HANA, where customers can leverage those embedded scenarios. And also SAP is offering SAP AI Launchpad, which is a tooling to create these applications. So there are two aspects. One is AI Core and AI Launchpad. So to work on the multi-cloud scenarios. Other than this, as I told, we have document classification, we have business entity recognition, we have document information extraction, we have data attribute recommendation. So these are all the AI core services offered by SAP, which are free for a couple of scenarios. For example, if I would like to build a automation, for example, the document information extraction is in a pre-built and a service where customer no need to take a separate license on this. So where majority of the automation occurs for invoice automation or e-procurement. So there are a lot of scenarios which can be covered and utilized with the AI services. So AI again, as I said, like AI which are embedded with the SAP SaaS applications as well. So for the success factor aspect and Concur and Fieldglass and Ariba. So these are all the scenarios where we can extend the, for example, retire to hire. So employee want to start the conversation with the recruiter, so they can start with the conversational AI. So once it is enabled for the end user. So these are all the AI feature where SAP highly focusing in terms of covering major scenarios with the support, of course, of the hyperscalers. Yeah. Yes. So last but not least, so the process automation is the one where SAP started with IRPA 2.0, Intelligence Robotic Process Automation 1.0, and then later they came up with 2.0, and they now evolved as a SAP Process Automation (SPA) with respect to adding majority of the low-code, no-code aspect like advanced workflow, business rules, and where process visibility would be there in terms of understanding the business process scenarios gaps through a couple of services from SAP like Signavio. But however, here the process automation starting from they introduced a new way of creating automations through process. Like we will be creating a form, and then form will be equipped with an intelligence, and then subsequently approvals can be done through task center. For example, if I would like to automate or if I would like to create a PO, so any approval scenario also can be introduced in the process automation, and then the workflow with the business rules, the automation can happen, and the visibility we can see where exactly my process is held at. So all these things are very new features introduced by SAP with the enhanced features like low code, no code aspect. So that's where SAP is highly saying, like, any functional team or any SAP functional seniors can become citizen developers to create automation for themselves. So professional automation will come into picture when it comes to a complex automation scenarios. Then the professional developers will comes into picture. But this is getting more and more equipped with the more features. So SAP is always keeping and offering through beta features for the process automation. Yeah. Yeah. So BTP runtime. So this is again a kind of vast subject, but here we would like to cover a gist of what are all the services. I mean, are getting executed. What is the background of the services? So SAP is initially started with a runtime called Neo. So still, couple of customers still they are using Neo environment. So where which supports HTML5 applications, or we can say UI5 applications and Java applications. But when it comes to open source technologies, Neo doesn't support. So Neo is completely managed by SAP, but that is not a multi-cloud support, runtime. So that's where SAP introduced Cloud Foundry. So Cloud Foundry is a open source framework or a platform where the multi-cloud support is there. So Cloud Foundry which is based on open source application platform, and we can create polyglot cloud applications where I can go for Node.js, I can go for .NET, I can go for any open source technology, Java applications, JavaScript. So that's where SAP able to provide now not only ABAPers can enhance the SAP, but non-SAP skilled professionals can also enhance SAP using specific SDKs, which requires Cloud Foundry as the runtime. So and Kima is again I can say a next version of Cloud Foundry, but a Kima is a runtime that provides that runs through Kubernetes clusters. So it is a serverless runtime, and also cloud native solutions and microservices can be built based on the Kima, which is very reusable. Only the development efforts compared to Cloud Foundry requires uh, a typical programming skills. But once the solution is available, it can be clusterized, and the Kubernetes-based development would be there through Kima. So through Kima also, SAP is offering some pre-built scenarios to enhance customer experience solutions like commerce enhancements, commerce cloud enhancements, marketing cloud enhancements, even success factor enhancements through Kima. So Kima is, I can say, is the next version, but it is still getting adopted. So above is the one where we discussed about a RESTful application programming model, which is a framework where the on-premise complex custom developments can be decoupled from S/4HANA and then can be maintained in BTP environment. That's where SAP came up with a clean core concept, where SAP highly recommending not to maintain any custom developments, where the subsequent upgradations of the system can go smoothly without impacting any custom code, where once the custom code managed in BTP. So that's where in upcoming webinars, we'll try to cover about the clean core and the strategy and what is the usages and all. So the ABAP is the one on BTP, which is highly used in terms of enhancing S/4HANA Cloud side-by-side extensions, or even S/4HANA on-premise solutions also can be enhanced with the ABAP on cloud. There are certain limitations when it comes to comparing ABAP with ABAP on cloud. It still requires Eclipse with Open Eclipse IDE with ADT controls. Now SAP is uh, uh, giving an opportunity to go with the Business Application Studio also to build the ABAP on cloud. But however, still limitations are there. So still it is getting evolved. But however, the upcoming webinars will also try to cover how the custom code can be moved to ABAP on cloud, and what are all the challenges we see, and what are all the tools we need to consider. We will showcase. Yeah. So access to BTP and the evaluate. So these are all the commercial models available as part of BTP services for customers. So one is pay-as-you-go, and the other is a cloud platform enterprise agreement, and also subscription model. So these are all the, based on the, partners can leverage through Partner Edge or services, where they can also get the based on their partnership engagement with SAP, they can go for pay-as-you-go models or subscription models. Or in fact, CPA might not be applicable for partners, but majority of the customers, they go for CPEA agreement, where they will be getting some credits through which they can subscribe required services from BTP. And even for RISE with SAP, SAP is providing some credits to utilize BTP to enhance their S/4HANA private cloud services through CPA model. However, for even globally, SAP is offering a free trial option, which is valid for 365 days. For every 30 days, we need to enhance it. So this is not the case with other hyperscalers like GCP, Azure, or AWS. Only SAP is providing 365 days of access with some high level or key service plans within free trial. So free tier is also there. One is which is also a pay as you go or CPA consumption model. This particular service, if any customer would like to try all the services, and then subsequently if they want to productize the investment whatever they have done for an year. So for the first year it is free, but subsequently they can productize their solution by converting the free tier into productive environment. So free tier is also option where they can go for store.sap.com and they can purchase. So these are all the different commercial models offered by SAP for BTP. Yeah. Yes, Sridhar, I mean, would you like to take?
Sure, sure. Thanks. So just to summarize all the various products, all the various services that Prasad covered and are given as part of the BTP platform as a service. We have seen database services, we have seen integration-oriented services, we have seen intelligent technologies, that is AI, ML, power, process automation, and so on, extension-oriented, development-oriented services, small little products, AppGyver, Signavio, and so on and so forth, all of these. Now, what do we do with all of these? I mean, they are all available. I mean, by actually delineating some of these developmental activities from within the core of the SAP S/4HANA system or any other backend systems, you can actually, help your own teams, your own IT organizations, your own business teams, not to actually, contaminate the backend systems with the custom code, and you can actually keep those separately by keeping the core clean, which will actually help you upgrade your own systems faster. I'm sure a lot of you have had your own share of difficulties in upgrading SAP systems, be it S4 or be it anything for that matter. So by keeping all of these separate, by keeping the developments, by keeping everything separate, by using any of these services to build these kind of extensions, build these kind of governance and things like that, I mean, you can actually keep the core clean, thereby actually making upgrades easier. That is one important aspect, I mean, that we are going to cover as part of our upcoming webinars. This is going to be covered in detail. Now, there are other business benefits also by utilizing BTP services, utilizing BTP products, I mean, BTP related services as well. Some of the automations, optimizations and automations of your own business process. So, for example, I mean, the conversational AI related services that Prasad was covering, I mean, chatbots and so on. Of late, I mean, whatever the website that we use, I mean, there is a chatbot that is coming up. Many of the chatbots may or may not have been developed using SAP technologies, but if the core information is available in your backend SAP system, and none other than SAP tools and technologies which can understand the native data models of SAP easily or better than any third party, why not use SAP conversational AI related chatbots and develop the chatbots which can easily be integratable into SAP, which are available as part of the SAP layer in itself in the first place, using which you can actually query the SAP systems and get your information available through conversations. And that is easily developed by even the citizen developers also. We don't need to have a lot of professional developers, I mean, developing code or writing programs right from the scratch. So your developers, your business community, your IT team, which are non-technical in nature, all of these have some or the other role to play in utilizing any of these BTP services, which will eventually help you keeping your core clean, optimizing and automating your business process, and based on the data you can actually quickly take some decisions. These are all the various business benefits that we would eventually be able to achieve by using services. Prasad, do you want to quickly cover the BTP success stories?
Yeah. So basically, Yash already engaged with globally in terms of providing various BTP services development and also implementing the services for the couple of customers, whether it is migration and also building the interfaces. So these are all the various case studies we have, like replicating the cost center data from S/4HANA to SuccessFactors, and the interface between SF and EC payroll, and then replicating organization master data from SF to SAP. So various integration scenarios, and also one of the initially we discussed a hack to build winner concept. So that's one of the innovative solution where we have because Amazon released very latest selling partner API, which is unknown, and a lot of product bugs are there from Amazon. So still a lot of customers are struggling to resolve those issues. So where there is no specific roadmap from Amazon how the migration need to be taking place. If it is old marketplace web services API, which is old version of SP API, so how to convert them? So there is no clear-cut instructions also available. So we have spent a lot of time in terms of understanding the API provided by Amazon. What are all the criticalities in terms of security aspects? Of course, we would like to cover these things in upcoming webinars. But however, this is one of the achievement for us to even SAP recognize that this is one of the a critical case where customers needed to use SAP integration suite as a middle layer solution to talk to SP API and subsequently building the solution for SAP. So using BTP services. So these are all the different integration success stories where we involved, and also which requires different solution. It's not only integration suite, and a lot of third-party solutions where sometimes we use Node.js developments, sometimes we used Python scripts, sometimes we used. That's where BTP is now allowed to use any open source technologies, which will provide much more value to the business, and at the same time, customer can also leverage their in-house investments on non-SAP solutions can be integrated within BTP. So that's where these are all the different key customer success stories where we are happy to showcase here. Yeah.
To add to, I know we are about to hit the mark here with respect to time. We ourselves are a customer of SAP, not only a partner. We ourselves actually our own employee central, or rather our own employee lifecycle runs on SuccessFactors platform. We also have a S/4HANA cloud-based solution. I mean, there is another implementation as a customer. We are also doing that internally. Our own process will go on to SAP. That is a different project that is going on. But I mean, we also run S/4HANA public cloud edition for a different purpose, wherein our own customers related invoices are actually generated from there. So not only we are a partner, but we're also a customer. As part of that, we also have developed some interfaces into SuccessFactors, some interfaces into ServiceNow, between SuccessFactors and ServiceNow through BTP. We also have some extensions running separately and outside of S/4HANA public cloud edition, because that's the only way in which you can actually build extensions for public cloud edition anyway. So we do have experience not only as a partner of SAP providing these services to external customers, but as YASH, I mean, we being a customer of SAP, we being productive on SAP solutions like SuccessFactors and S4HANA public cloud, we do have actually some of these solutions and some of these BTP solutions running in our own internal landscapes as well. So, I mean, we have been adopting BTP technologies, helping customers to adopt the BTP technologies as well. Naveen? You're on mute.
I'm so sorry, I was speaking on mute. Thank you, Prasad. Thank you, Sridhar. So thank you for the informative session we had today. To all the folks out there, I would certainly request that do not miss our upcoming sessions, which is happening from 6th December to 7th February, which Sridhar has rightly mentioned that all of these sessions would be well connected. And if you happen to have any questions, you can also ask them in the future sessions. With that, moving on, I would invite if our audience would have any questions to ask from our panelists. Okay.
Naveen?
Yep. People are hesitant to mention their questions here, but no worries. We are always present for any questions. So now, first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to our expert for their presence and contribution to make this webinar a great success. We are really fascinated by what we learned today. To the audience, I would want to say that please feel free to reach us at info@yash.com. That is info@yash.com. With that, I'm your host signing off. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
See you in our upcoming webinar.
Thank you.